Okay, how does your advertising support your company mission?
How does our advertising support our company mission? So all of our advertising is geared toward furthering our mission, whether it be adoptions or fostering or coming to an event to help support our adoptions and our foster program. So all of our advertising is mission oriented, and then occasionally it is educational too. So, yeah.
Has your advertising changed over time? Like, have you found certain things work better to appeal to people?
Definitely. We've learned that flyers still work, like hanging up flyers around town. It's kind of simple and basic, but it still gets the word out there. Facebook is, of course, critical because social media, we just use social media a lot. We don't really use Twitter. We haven't gotten to that point yet.
Yeah.
I think Facebook is better for our needs, and getting on TV is good when we get that opportunity. It seems like ads in the newspaper don't really work very much for us anymore, unfortunately.
Do you know why that is?
I've heard, and I'm not sure if I'm quoting this right, but I just heard that the amount of people that are reading newspapers nowadays is way down because of the internet.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, we'll find that we'll put an ad in the paper and that, for whatever reason it doesn't give us an impact right away.
Mm-hmm. Have you found anything that just, like, flopped in an advertisement, like, didn't attract people at all?
Flopped in an advertisement? Do you mean, like, a specific event or a type of advertising?
Like a type of advertising.
Yeah, I mean, recently we're doing a car raffle, and recently we put an ad in the local paper to advertise the car raffle, and I thought that we would get at least 1 or 2 ticket sales off of it, and we got 0. But I also think what I learned from I went to a marketing and media class a couple weeks ago at the No Kill conference in DC. What I learned from them is if you can't afford to get a whole page ad, that is really pointless. We got like a little quarter-page ad in the paper, so it was really small. I actually missed it several times. I kept flipping through the paper looking for it, and never saw it until somebody pointed it out and said, "Oh, there it is." And I was like, "Oh, well, yeah, there it is." But that was all we could afford. So, yeah. So if you can't afford the big ad, maybe you should just not do it in newspapers. Which is sad because I love to read the newspapers. I love the way it smells.
Yeah. What goes into making an advertisement? Like, what's the process you guys go through when you come up with your ideas?
We have first, somebody has an idea, and then that idea comes to life. We start talking about it, and then we just start jotting down ideas about, what we want our flyer or our ad to look like, and bounce things off of each other. And then we have a girl who sits in the office across from here who does all of our design work and all of our media outreach, but, we'll go back and forth for a couple days before we have something that we really like. And then we'll show other people that are not really as engrossed in what we're doing as we are to say, hey, does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Do you like this advertising? Does it mean something to you? And then we just recently did a flyer. Sorry, I'm going to come over everything.
It's okay.
We did this flyer. Oh, sorry, Ziggy. For a fundraiser that we're doing. I'm going to mow the lawn now.
That's really cute.
Which is, I know I had this whole concept in my head of what I wanted the flyer to look like, just like this. Mm-hmm. This dentist office is giving us 100% of their proceeds from the day October 5th, which is really cool. But this little section right here that says, please note, this is dental care for people, not pets, that wasn't there. Our first version just had everything else without that. And people were calling the dental office and saying, what are we putting this for my dog to get his teeth done? So even though I knew that this was clearly for people, it was not evident. Sometimes we make mistakes like that, and then we'll have to go back and put something on there to make it more obvious to people, so that they stop calling the dentist for their dog appointment.
And you said you have a specific person who works on making the advertisement? Are they like graphically?
Yeah, she's a graphic designer. She went to school for graphic design. So she does our flyer, she does our website, she does Facebook, she does all our videos that we make, a lot of that stuff.
Big responsibility.
It is. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work for her. I mean, she's doing press releases to the, to the media, doing PSAs for the radio stations. The more you get yourself out there, obviously, the more animals you're going to be able to save.
Yeah. What have you found to be the toughest thing about making an advertisement?
Just not ever having the money to be able to afford to buy like a whole page ad in the paper. Just we don't have a big advertising budget. We actually have no advertising budget. We just have to, scrap up money here and there to be able to afford it.